A woman found dead, and there are no answers as to what happened, but officials say there is no threat to you.
Cleanup efforts underway. People in South Carolina dealing with the aftermath of that historic flood, and they're getting a little of help from our state.
Chance of a shower in your forecast for this morning, but what will it look like for the rest of the week? Those details as Carolina in the Morning starts right now.
Where news comes first. This is WECT's Carolina in the Morning, streaming live on WECT.com and the WECT News app.
And good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Kim Ratcliffe.
I'm Bob Bonner in for Bob Townsend on this Monday morning. We'll get a look at our first forecast coming up momentarily, but first this morning.
New this morning, a man already behind bars for shooting at 2 police officers now faces new charges. Jermaine Cordova now charged with first-degree attempted murder. New Hanover County jail officials say Cordova was charged Sunday by the Department of Corrections. Now, back in September 2014, Cordova was sentenced to 35 years in prison for shooting a man in the leg and also firing at 2 police officers. Go to WECT.com for more on that and keep checking for more information as we get it. Monday morning, starting things off on the crisp side, Patrick.
And not too bad out there. It really depends on where you are, though, Kim. We've got temperatures right now here in the Port City in the low 60s, but on the inland side in the 50s. A live look at the HD sky cam from atop the USS North Carolina this morning. Noticing clouds in place, and that's actually what's holding the temperatures up a little bit here in the Port City at 62 officially at ILM Airport, 60 degrees Oak Island, as well as North Myrtle Beach. But notice on the inland side where the skies are clear this morning, the temperatures have dipped down into the mid-50s. So it really does depend on where you are currently, how things are playing out. But the clouds that are currently in place across southeastern North Carolina, at least portions of us, will start to clear out of here as we head through the day today. Now, there will be the option for some scattered showers, primarily for the coastal areas this morning. Inland, it's going to be dry pretty much all day long. Notice on the satellite and radar, not a whole lot of cloud coverage back here towards the west, over towards Bladen County, Columbus County, Robeson County, as well as Cumberland County this morning. But near the coast, that little area of low pressure that we had yesterday that had the clouds and also the few isolated showers yesterday morning, it's still right there near the coast. We're not going to clear that out of here until probably later on this afternoon. So that's going to keep our skies variably cloudy through the day today, but it really does depend on where you are. And Wilmington starting off with clouds and also the option for a few showers, but we'll trend sunnier as we head through the day today, similar to yesterday. High temperatures topping out into the middle 70s, and the winds out of the north anywhere from about 5 to 10 miles per hour. But the winds do turn a little bit more aggressive tomorrow out of the south and west. That will boost up our temperatures out ahead of a cold front. We'll give you those details coming up in your work week forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Patrick, thank you. Continuing coverage of a death investigation. Officials say they are waiting for test results before releasing more details about a woman found dead. Her body was found early Saturday morning off Parmalee Road near Saddlebrook Drive in Castle Hayne. The New Hanover County Sheriff's Office says there is no threat to the public. They are waiting for more information before releasing any other details about who the woman is or how she died.
Happening today, steps now being taken to give your children a new place to learn. The New Hanover County Board of Education will attend a work group meeting to develop plans for a new career and technical education high school. This will be within the county. Now, that meeting is scheduled for 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Rebuilding after the flood. That's what people in South Carolina are doing this week.
Yeah, Raycom News Network's Natalie Martinez introducing us now to one woman who's trying to save what is left of her home.
Some people in Lexington County having to deal with things like this after just one day's rain. Others in the Midlands are having to deal with this mess now for days. No photo album, no piece of china or memento was spared by water from Miss Geneva Rivers' home.
We didn't have a chance to get a lot of things we could have saved, out of the way.
It was last Sunday at 5. Miss Rivers, her daughter, and her 2 grandchildren were home as the water reached more than 2 feet. They waited for hours for a helicopter to lift them out.
What did you do during that time?
Pray.
Now the home her husband built 50 years ago, torn apart, gutted with the hopes of it being saved.
And there's a lot of things that need to be done to get her back in her home where she's comfortable.
John Fowler's crew with Restoration 911 traveled here from Illinois, ready to tackle home after home.
We've seen it before, but every time it's the same thing. You know, people lose so much.
Ms. Rivers is now tasked with going through her yard, knowing many things she'll have to let go of. But there's one thing that was saved that she says she'll never let go.
My mother's picture, it was face down in the water. All the other pictures was ruined and hers wasn't.
The restoration company's owner told us that it could take several days for a home to dry out. Then they can begin the rebuilding process.
More children will have food to eat thanks to a walk that raises money to help end hunger in the U.S. and around the world. Organizers of Sunday's Walk in Wilmington say this one is especially important because of recent flooding. They say hunger is not only a problem nationwide, but also here in our community. In fact, in our state, 1 in 4 kids is considered food insecure.
Happening today, if you're in Holden Beach this morning, well, don't be too surprised if you see a house traveling down the road. A house that's currently on Fayetteville Street and Ocean Boulevard will be moved off the island, and that'll begin this morning right around 9 o'clock.
A deadly crash at this home, and wait until you hear how many times a car has hit this home before.
And a gruesome discovery, a grandmother found dead in her home by her young granddaughter. That story, as Carolina in the Morning continues after this timeout.